It's Reese from the Reese Corner channel. Welcome back to another episode of FNAF Merch Drop. So in today's episode, I'm going to look at the FNAF McFarlane sets. So in yesterday's episode, which you haven't seen, make sure to go check out, I talked about bootlegged unofficial FNAF themed Legos. In that video, I mentioned the McFarlanes, which are basically the closest thing to officially licensed FNAF Legos. And they're these. They're basically Lego, but not. It's kind of hard to explain it like that. Just all you know is they act like Lego. They closely resemble, well, not close resemble, but they're basically like a different form of Legos. They have like the same functions of Legos, where they're like little figures and sets you can take apart and put together. So yeah, let's start talking about them. So first of all, we have this one, which was, I believe, the first one they ever made. This one is based on FNAF 1. So you can see we've got the original FNAF 1 cast, we've got Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, and then what I presume is, this is the show stage, and it's just a bigger look at the show stage and stuff. Obviously, it's been changed a bit since, I guess, because, this was a set, stuff, so you had to change it about. First, we have this happy birthday banner, which doesn't appear in the FNAF 1 stage. Normally, that kind of stuff appears in the FNAF 2 stages. There's also this arcade machine right here. With like Freddy's face on it and such. I don't think that's not in FNAF 1, but again, it looks like they took a few liberties with making this this set, because I guess when you think about it, the FNAF 1 show stage is pretty basic. Not the stage itself, but I think like the outside of it is pretty basic, because we don't really get a good look at it half the time. So I can see why they had to add all this stuff. You also see you got little balloons. You got looks like the entrance. And like another door, which probably leads to the toilets / bathrooms. Sweet. And also, speak of the stage, you can see the cloud behind them. This big cloud. Obviously, the FNAF 1 show stage is well known for having two little, it's two clouds and a sun behind them. But this, they only had one big cloud, which I guess works. And then finally, you have the figures themselves, which they look fine. At the time, these were like pretty cool, because again, these are like the closest thing we've ever gone to FNAF themed Legos, because they've never been made. Yet. I do think one day we'll get FNAF themed Legos, but yeah. Anyways, that's about it for this one. Move on to the next one. This one is based on Sis location, so it's the main area. Basically, after you leave the elevator, you enter. I forgot the name of this area in Sis location. Basically, it's the area that connects all like the main sections, like I previously mentioned, the elevator, as well as like the Funtime Auditorium, and the Ballora Gallery, and like where Baby's at, like the Circus Auditorium, whatever it's called. And as you can see, this set would come with 3 figures. You've got Funtime Foxy, with his face plates open, exposing his endo face, which is pretty cool. You got a Biddy Bab right here, and then you have Ballora. And all 3 of them look, again, pretty cool. Again, these are actually pretty well done. I actually really like how they had Funtime Foxy with his faceplates open. I feel like they could have easily not done that, but the fact they did is pretty cool. Again, you have Biddy Bab, which is pretty cool, because we don't really get that many merch of the Biddy Babs, so that's kind of cool. And then we have Ballora, which, she looks fine. And then you have the actual like set itself. You got like the Circus Baby face clock, the weird little mannequin heads, this little gypsy, and then Edward's mask and stuff. Then you got the big fan in the center. It's also got, and also the bricks kind of like the bricks used to make this kind of have like the same color scheme as this room. So it's pretty cool. And yeah, there's not much else to talk about. Anyways, move on to the next one. This one is a parts and service one, and based on that, I assume this one is meant to be based on the parts, service, and mini games in FNAF VR Help Wanted, where you do, parts of service on the FNAF 1 crew. So this is Freddy. I actually kind of like the Freddy looks a bit beaten up. He's got like little wears and tears in him. So that's kind of neat. The actual Freddy in parts of service and Help Wanted didn't have that detail, but it's cool they have it here. We have this little parts and service box, which is from Help Wanted. I'm pretty sure you have to actually open this up and get like, I don't think, you have to open this up and get like his like music box and such, and like all the other parts for him. Then obviously, you have to open up his torso and stuff. So yeah, again, not much else to talk about. It's one of the more basic ones we've looked at in this video, so let's just quickly move on to the next one. This one is pretty cool. This one is the prize corner. Obviously, the prize corner from FNAF 2. This one's actually really cool. As you can see, you've got the puppet here, who looks fine. I actually like how they tried to replicate the puppet's elongated limbs with his legs and stuff. It's kind of hard to see from this angle, but trust me, guys, his limbs are like fairly elongated and such. Also, then behind him, you can see, you know, you got the posters right there. Like, that's the poster of the main toy animatronics in the prize corner. You got some of the kids' drawings of the puppet, some balloons. You've got like some plushies that would appear in the prize corner and such. So yeah, this is really cool. All these sets are like super detailed. Like, these are really detailed sets, and you really gotta give props to McFarlane for really putting in the detail and just the work into these sets. So yeah, nothing else to talk about. This is pretty cool. So yeah, anyways, move on to the final one. This one's based on the FNAF 3 office, and it comes with Springtrap. So this is what Springtrap looks like. He looks pretty cool. There's not that many good Springtrap merch, I feel. You know, there's like, and I'm not saying there isn't any good Springtrap merch, because there is, but when it comes to like physical, like, and it's easy to see why, because, you know, Springtrap is such a detailed character. He's got so many different layers to him. You know, you got the outer layer, which is like his rotten, decayed suit. And then, of course, the layer that I think a lot of people have issue with, and they're trying to make official Springtrap merch, is the inner of it. It's like his insides with William Afton's like crushed up spring-locked corpse. Like, that can be like, I feel like that's really difficult for a lot of for just a lot of people. So because of that, they kind of go for the design that Springtrap in FNAF World had, where he didn't have any of the guts in him, which I'm pretty sure was like the direction that U2's made when they made their Springtrap figure. But I'm not saying that was a bad figure. I actually really liked that one. And by the way, if you haven't seen my episodes talking about the U2's figures, or just anything U2's, make sure to check those out on the channel in the designated playlist. But yeah, either way, the Springtrap looks pretty cool. But enough talking about him. Let's talk about the office itself. It's fine. It's definitely not the most detailed set we've looked at in this video. It's missing actually quite a lot of details that the actual office has. The actual office in FNAF 3 is meant to have like a bunch of posters and stuff on the wall. I think a bit more piping and wiring across the walls. It's also missing the 3 bobbleheads of Freddy, Bonnie, and Chica. I think it's also missing the iconic FNAF 3 hot dog, so that's kind of a shame. It's got the parts, it's got like the box of toy animatronic parts, which is pretty cool. You can see like toy Chica's head, toy Freddy's head, Foxy's hook, one of the paper pals, and is that the cupcake? I think that's meant to be the, no, that's Mangle, that's like Mangle's snout. And then you got, I'm pretty sure that's meant to be, and toy Bonnie, or Bonnie's guitar, which you can see is actually the old guitar design before it was changed, which is pretty cool. But yeah, either way, this is a decent set, not the most detailed, but it's fine. And the Springtrap, again, even though I think it looks, again, I think it's fine. And again, a lot of Springtrap merch kind of does, a lot of like Springtrap merch I feel isn't the best. But then again, like, they have a lot of things to, you know, deal with, like these people that have to make this stuff. So yeah. Anyways, move on to the final set of this video. This one's actually kind of interesting. It's a parts and service one, but themed around FNAF 2. So there already is like the parts and service room in FNAF 2, but this is like an extended version of it, like showing like the rest of it, or hell, just a different room entirely. So it's pretty cool. As you can see, we've got like this little like gated area right here. Inside you can see like Chica's head from the FNAF 1 Chica, and like some of the like limbs of like, I assume are different endoskeletons and stuff that are being stored in like this metal gated off area, which is pretty cool. You got like a little Bonnie head right here again from FNAF 1, and endoskeleton foot. You know, you got some wiring and piping on the walls, which is, you know, standard FNAF set dressing. Got the exit right here. I don't know if it's meant to be like, again, I don't think this is a room you actually see in FNAF 2, sorry. Again, I don't know if this is meant to be like McFarlane's version of the FNAF 2 parts and service room, or if this is just entirely new room they made. It's probably the latter, but yeah. Little back, I guess, again, like the back entrance. And the 2 figures that come with this set is Withered Foxy and Shadow Freddy, which is really cool. Shadow Freddy, I know he has some merch out there. There's like the Funko plush of him and like other Funko stuff. But Withered Foxy, sadly he shares the fate of the other Withereds, where he doesn't have that much merch, sadly. Obviously there is like merch of Withered Foxy that's actually being made right now. Those being the U2's figures of the Withereds. So a U2's figure of Withered Foxy's coming, and Hex is making some plushies based on the Withereds. So Withered Foxy is going to be turned to a plushie there. So fans of Withered Foxy, get excited for that. But other than that, this McFarlane set is like the only piece of like Withered Foxy merch, I think, because as we know, Funko continuously refuses to give fans what they want, which is Withered animatronic merchandise. And yeah, he looks pretty cool. And I think he looks fine. And Withered Freddy too, I think he looks pretty cool. His teeth look a little strange, but that might just be maybe the way they painted it. I don't know, they look a bit more bigger and like more, I guess, yeah, just bigger here, but that might just be the angle or just how they painted it. Still looks pretty cool. But yeah, that's about it for this video. If you enjoyed, guys, make sure to like and subscribe. Check out the playlist for more. And yeah, see ya.